Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to our channel and this series of intercultural relationship dilemmas, debacles, fails. I found another post based off the title. It seems like it's gonna be a good one. Husband wants me to learn his native language but doesn't care to learn mine. Should I stop learning his? Very good question for multiple reasons. I know the immediate instinct is probably no, but there are a lot of factors that I'm considering right now. So let's go ahead and read. Together 2 years, married for 1. We live in the United States. I was born here, but speak both English and Korean fluently. He moved here in his 20s and was a citizen prior to our marriage. His English is weaker and he is fluent in Russian, of course. What do you mean, of course? You didn't tell us where he was from. We speak in only English together, but admittedly, sometimes there are issues since he is still learning. Ever since we started dating, I had always tried to learn a little of his language. I always thought it sounded pretty. I'm sorry, Russians. So it was easy for me to get into it, and he seemed to really appreciate it. Husband has not really helped my learning in a full-time capacity, but happy to hear me try. He is appreciative that I try, but it's not like he is tutoring me. I personally don't teach my husband English because, number 1, that's a whole job, and I already have a whole job. Number 2, he's gonna go back and forth with me on things more than a student would ever go back and forth with me. And I'm not gonna argue you into learning my language. You're gonna either invest in it and take it seriously, or you just don't learn it. And thankfully, he's done option number 1. Fast forward, we're married. I'm still studying abroad, but not really doing that well. Yesterday, we got into a weird sort of argument about him making a non-joke about how my Russian never gets better. Do I even study anymore? And I was like, I do study, but I don't know. It's still hard. He makes like this annoyed, disappointed face. So I say, you've never even tried to learn my native language. And he says that he never said he wanted to or would. And that is true. But still, I asked him, well, it's my culture. Don't you want to try and learn some of it? And he makes a face like, nah. I asked him, why not? And he said, because I don't see a use for it. So you don't see a use for connecting with your wife in the language that she speaks and learning more about her culture, you trifling hussy. That actually hurt me. Well, it would hurt anyone. I was like, the use for it would be for us to be more connected to each other. And then he clarified, in the world, there's no use for it. Sorry, that's my husband. I think that he meant like in the world where Korean is only spoken in one country, there isn't a real world use for it, which I understand. But I'm just like, why wouldn't you even pretend to try?
You're lazy.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing that he's being honest, but the truth hurts for real. Is it stupid for me to feel this way? Am I being unreasonable? I just feel like I sacrifice so much for him, and he doesn't even feel the need to learn the basics of his wife's native language. Is that stupid? Once you feel like the give and take is broken down, you should probably stop giving, because then you're just going to feel like you're being taken advantage of. It sounds like you're on your way to that, and before you combust, you need to take care of yourself and invest more in what it is that you want instead of doing so much for him. I was also thinking, I'm going to stop learning Russian now if it's for his sake, but I don't know. Is that too petty? Should I just keep going anyway? Someone wrote, piss him off by learning Ukrainian instead. But don't cut your nose off to spite your face. It's a very valuable skill. And as you said, you're enjoying learning the language. So if it's something you enjoy, why take that enjoyment away from you? Make him suffer. Speak to him in Korean. Ooh, somebody else said, in the US, Russian is no more or no less relevant than Korean, so his excuse is moot. The problem really is not about the language, but about the expectations between the two of you for each other. I would say don't stop trying to learn Russian because you want to learn it, but don't do it out of obligation to him. I would also have an honest discussion with him about the underlying problem and the potential benefits of therapy for you both. I hope you work it out. In any relationship, it's always important to establish negotiables and non-negotiables up front before you make major commitments like marriage or dating for an extended period of time. But even more so when your culture is so important to you, you need to make sure that your partner is aware of that and that they actually show evidence of investing in getting to know you and your culture in that way. It is an embarrassment to me that your husband has been married to you for what, how many years at this point? 2 years, and you don't care enough about this woman and her side of the family and meeting her family to learn more than just hello in Korean. That is a sign of disrespect, I would say, to her parents.
So disrespectful.
The majority of the feedback is that she should keep learning Russian. If it's a hobby and she's enjoying it, why deprive herself the pleasure of that hobby? There's somebody who mentioned that they started learning their spouse's language as a way to combat Alzheimer's. There's so many upsides to learning a new language, especially one that is super difficult to master. And if you do get to that point, that's such a point of pride for you, and it shows your level of dedication. I also don't think that your partner should ever be the one to tutor you or to teach you their language. That's what professionals are for. So you should pay the professional or take the free classes or go to the meetup groups and leave your spouse or your partner alone. I would love to know if you guys have any takes other than the ones that we've heard or that were given. As we always say on our channel, with God, all things are possible, and I will see you next week. Take care.